Helen Yee here in San Diego. Always great to be joined by the beautiful, the talented Miss Kat Zingano. Now, first off, always great to see you. And I saw that you awarded $10,000 from your foundation, right?
Yeah. We did I did the Kat Zingano Overcoming Loss Scholarship, and it was a really tough scholarship. I guess I didn't really think about how hard it would be to read all those applications. There was over 3,000 applications, and everybody, having a hard time with different things they got through in their life as they're, going through school or, working to pay back debt. And obviously debt is a crazy thing in our country right now. And I was able to work with Bold.org to put together the scholarship and award it to someone that needed it. And the girl that won it this time, her name is Destiny, 19-year-old girl. She lost her mom to the hands of her dad and left her and her little brother to, figure out life. And I just felt like she needed it, and she wants to use this experience to help other people, and it was awesome. And the coolest part is that this one went well, and I felt really good about it, and the impact was great, and I'm going to do another one. So there's applications available right now for that too, and it's it's a hard thing, but it's a real thing, and it's great to see an impact, especially on how things are these days for everybody in the economy.
Definitely, and I think it's such a great thing that you are giving back, and it's so beautiful to see, and I know all your fans can't wait to see you get back in there. So you are 2-0 in Bellator right now. I mean, when can they expect to see you back?
I was supposed to fight March 12th. I ended up having a reason that I had to postpone it, but as of right now, it looks like June 24th against Pam Sorenson, so the same opponent. We don't have the location yet, but we have the date, and I'm in training camp. I'm starting, so yeah, we're getting ready.
Well, there's always so much going on, and most recently, Cyborg, she just fought. I wanted to kind of get your thoughts on, her performance.
I thought that was a really good performance for Arlene as well. To see, it go all 5 rounds and go to a decision, and I felt like Cyborg was dominant in the fight, but I felt like you could tell Arlene did her homework, and she worked on getting her mindset right and her body right, and her techniques and everything built around it, and I felt she weathered those first couple rounds, and then you could see Cyborg get tired, or you could see her kind of slow down, and I definitely took note of that and how that goes, and I felt like the fight went well. It was more towards Chris's side the majority of the time, but I do think it was a good fight, and I do want to give credit to Arlene for figuring out how to get farther and pulling through that way.
Well, without looking too far ahead, though, do you foresee a fight with Cyborg maybe this year or next?
Yeah, this fight that I was supposed to have and that I am about to have is, something they've coined to me as being a number 1 contender fight. So, win this fight and go in and get a title shot. That's, the goal. That's what I'm told, it's what I want. So, just keeping my eyes on this one. I was asked a while ago by a coach, like, what's the most important fight of your life? And the answer is always the next one, and you can't think about the one down the road. You can't think about the one in 10 years if you do this and all these things line up. Like, you have to get through one at a time. And, I want to give the respect to the girl I have coming up, and the respect to myself to get ready for that. So.
Yeah, definitely a great mindset to have, and no doubt are you such a great fighter. You fought basically the who's who in women's MMA, and one of them is the current UFC bantamweight champion, Julianna Pena. What do you make of her as champion now of the UFC?
I feel like Julianna, she's a good technician with her jiu-jitsu. Obviously, she kind of face cranked near rear naked choked Amanda. Those are hard things to deal with. And yeah, she's solid. She's kind of like a leash on you a little bit when you're on the ground with her. It's definitely a fight I would want to try again. We ended up having a split decision when we fought. I had a hard time with that fight. Just a lot going into that training camp. It was my first fight back after losing to Ronda, and just a lot was going on in my life. I was away from my kid, filmed that documentary series, and it was something that I'd like to give a shot when I'd be able to not be as distracted as much, and also was on different medications at the time that were kind of made me feel a little flat. I'd talked about it before, and I'd like to see it happen again. I'd like to see how that goes. I didn't feel like I lost to her because of anything other than just didn't really care, I guess. So to revisit that would be great. I think it's cool for her to go beat Amanda. I would be interested on their rematch just because it kind of seemed like Amanda was off in that situation too, but I don't know.
So I wanted to ask you, do you think that she beats Amanda in the rematch?
I really don't know. They're just such different fighters. Amanda, she's got that one punch power that can catch you and, end things pretty quickly. And then, Julianna, like I said, she's got that leech power where she's all over you and just kind of overwhelms you to the, moment that you're done. So that's what's cool about MMA is the styles make matchups. And, I really don't know. It'd definitely be cool to see, though.
And lastly, for all your fans who can't wait to see you get back in there in June, what would you like to let them know?
I'm really excited to be fighting again. I hope to be being more active. Make sure that if you have anything going on for you personally or anyone that you love, spread that information about the Bold.org scholarship. It's free money to get you out of some hell. And I've definitely needed help at different times, so this is kind of my way of putting it forward.